everybody. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Abbey Tyrna, and I'm the Executive Director and Waterkeeper for Suncoast Waterkeeper. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be here to speak with you and to work with you to help protect this precious area. So I moved to West Central Florida in 1984 against my will, but I stayed because of its beauty and all of the opportunities and bounty that it presented in forms of its natural resources. Unfortunately, as I've lived here, I've watched those natural resources be dredged and filled, and what has happened in response to that has been flooding, has been lowering of water quality, has been a reduction in biodiversity. And so when you go to graduate school, you learn about the ways to prevent that. And you can also learn lessons from the past, right? Unfortunately, I don't think Florida has learned those lessons from the past. So Suncoast Waterkeeper is a small but mighty organization working to protect our local waters, and no waters are more precious than the waters of Terra Ceia Bay Aquatic Preserve. Yes, give it up for this beautiful area. This is my dream place to live, but unfortunately I couldn't afford it. Tampa Bay's natural systems generate more than $32 billion annually. And the area proposed for the cruise port represents the last remaining intact, undeveloped stretch of the bay. So the natural systems, and if this is the last remaining natural system, creates $32 billion annually for our area, and we destroy this natural system, how much revenue is going to be generated from our natural systems? I would say less than $32 billion. Could you all agree? So what's that number? I want to hear it. And how much does it generate now in its natural state? 32 billion. Okay, so these are some of the statistics that I want to leave you with, are just a few things. In 2025, there was an estimated 364,000 anglers who utilized Tampa Bay. Yeah, raise your hand if you're one of those 364,000 anglers. Nice. Do you know how much you guys spent in 2025 on fishing related gear? And where were you fishing? Was it Terra Ceia Bay? Yeah, exactly. So $767 million you spent collectively on fishing related gear to fish the natural area, the last remaining natural area of Tampa Bay. Over the past 5 years, an average of 12% of all the food and bait fish caught in Florida comes from Tampa Bay, and much of it is supported by Terra Ceia Aquatic Preserve, the bay's last largest and natural undeveloped area. So 12%. That's 12% in the last 5 years, but does anybody remember what happened in April 2021 that caused something to happen in 2022? Red tide, right? The worst red tide Tampa Bay has ever seen. So this percentage has averaged in it that terrible year for our fisheries, that red tide year. So that's on average 12% of all food and bait fish caught in the state of Florida comes from right here. The proposed cruise port is sandwiched in between the Terra Ceia Aquatic Preserve, which encompasses 21,736 acres of largely unaltered seagrasses, mangroves, salt marshes, tidal flats, live hard bottom, oyster bars, and clam beds. That supports 700 benthic species and 200 unique fish species, which have been documented in this area. So we're talking about destroying these interconnected, super important ecosystems that contribute how much billions of dollars to this area? 32 billion, exactly. There is no trade-off and there is no mitigation for that. Lastly, I just want to say that the project footprint includes 85 football fields of seagrass beds. 85 football fields of seagrass beds. More than 85 football fields of mangrove forests, and 3 football fields of hard bottom shellfish areas. All of that we have in the direct path of this development. All the rest of it is going to be unintended consequences of the development. So, in closing, if local and state governments fail to protect this area under the laws and policies already in place, then no place is truly protected and no lessons have truly been learned from the past. Thank you so much. I should also say, please sign our petition if you haven't already. Suncoast Waterkeeper and Tampa Bay Waterkeeper have teamed up to stop the Skyway Cruise Port. So if you just go to stoptheskywaycruiseport.com, I can't say it, stoptheskywaycruiseport.com, you can sign our petition. If you haven't signed it yet, please do. We will keep you involved because we'll get your email address, so we'll keep you updated on what's happening. The next opportunity to show up and show out to voice your opposition. So stoptheskywaycruiseport.com, and we got way more in the works for you. So we hope to see you again. Thanks.